What is going on, Random Nation? Random here, and welcome back to the countdown to Black Ops 2. Today is day number 10, and I can't believe I'm saying that. There's only 10 days left until this game comes out. Oh my gosh, I just pre-ordered my copy today, actually, because I was actually going to try to get the game early, but I don't know, I just sort of got lazy and just gave up on that. And so yeah, I'm just going to go to the midnight release at my local GameStop, and actually, let me know if you guys are going to go to the midnight release. I personally enjoy going to midnight releases. I don't know, even though it's sort of nerdy or whatever, it's just fun, just hyping it up, talking with the people in the line, you know, getting it first thing right at midnight and then coming home and playing it, even though, like, waking up the next morning kind of sucks, or even just pulling an all-nighter, whatever you guys do. It does suck, but I don't know, I have a lot of fun doing it. So anyways, the gameplay that you guys are watching is actually from my good friend Jake, or his gamertag Burstfire Soviet. Play with him quite a bit. He's a pretty good player. This gameplay, I don't know, I just thought it was, you know, he played the objective a lot. I thought it was a really good game. He doesn't get a Moab or anything, but his score's pretty decent. I don't really think I'm going to use the whole gameplay, but yeah, thank you for letting me use your gameplay. So anyways, I'm actually out of gameplay. I'm really bad at Call of Duty lately because I took like I don't know, a 2-week break, and I find whenever I take a break from Call of Duty, right when I hop back on, I am just awful at it, probably because I've also played a lot of PC games, and that also just messes with my sensitivity and stuff like that. But I'm going to probably start playing more console Call of Duty games in the future just to prepare for Black Ops 2, so I don't know, maybe this weekend I'll hop on the Xbox and play a session here or there, and then hopefully I can get some gameplay that's of my own, but for the foreseeable future, it's probably just going to be gameplay from my friend Jake and my my other friend, my cousin, who I play a lot with as well. So yeah. So anyways, it's already 2 minutes in the commentary, and I haven't even talked about Black Ops 2. So let's get right into it. So I'm gonna be jumping sort of around topics here, just because what I had set for today was just a bunch of the little small details that, even though they are small details, I find it's little small things about like Modern Warfare 3 and other games that have bugged me just a bit. I mean, not the balancing issues, that stuff definitely bugs me, but there's some minor issues or details where I'm like, okay, it's pretty easy to add that into the game. I don't understand why you don't do that. So we're going to be talking about that, and then we're also going to be talking about post-game support and what I think about Treyarch and their DLC and their patching and stuff like that. So first of all, unlike in previous Call of Duty games where, you know, when you were level 1, you could only play like 3 game types. I believe it was like Team Deathmatch and Free-for-all, and I think that's it. Now there's no longer that. The playlists are no longer level gated, so that means at level 1 you can play whatever you want. It's just, yeah, I believe they did the level gating in previous games just because, so, you know, the newbies wouldn't get slaughtered in team game modes like Domination and Search and Destroy, because, you know, you'd find with first timers or whatever, virgins, I guess you could say, they didn't really know how to really play that game type. They didn't know what the objective was, so that's sort of why it was just straight up pure killing game modes. So I think that's really awesome, and also because of the combat training, that's also going to help them out a bit, the newbies. So yeah, the next thing that I'm not really sure why they've done it, but they have now changed the sensitivity to 1 to 14 instead of 1 to 10 like it was in previous games. So even though, yeah, it's more fine-tuning to get the sensitivity that you just like, I don't know, I don't really see a point in that on the console especially, but I don't know, I guess we'll have to test it out, see, we're just all going to have to change up our sensitivities, I guess, because we'll have to see which one's more comfortable. I guess it is a finer tune, so it should be interesting. So also, there's a mute all button. So instead of having to go through the entire scoreboard, going on each person's name, hitting the X or the A button or whatever it is, you just press one button and it mutes the entire lobby, excepting your party, which is awesome. So that's really cool. And also a new thing that is matchmaking is now based on your connection, like how good your internet speed is, instead of region like it has been in previous games. So say someone lives down the street and has dial-up connection while you have super fast internet. in past games, it will put you two together just because you live close to each other, so they think that the connection is going to be good, when it really isn't, because the guy has dial-up and you have super fast 50 up, 50 down internet. So instead, say if you're playing with a guy in London or whatever, and he also has 50 up and 50 down, that's going to be a better game than if you were to play with the guy down the street with dial-up connection. So yeah, that's really, really awesome. Also, Death Chat is back in Modern Warfare 3, so that's when you killed the guy and he was in game chat. You could actually hear what he's saying 4 seconds or something like that after you've killed him, which I thought is hilarious. It's so much fun hearing little kids rage. It's amazing. Scoreboards also now show captures and defends, and like in Team Deathmatch, it'll show your ratio, stuff like that. And I honestly have no idea why Modern Warfare 3 did not have this. I mean, I feel like that should just be a standard feature. I mean, it's pretty crucial, because that way you know who's actually playing the objective on your team and who's just getting kills, stuff like that. So there's also fading objective markers. So like in Black Ops, if you would aim down sights on a flag or whatever, you know, the little marker that showed the B flag or whatever, it would sort of get in your way. In Black Ops, it sort of disappeared after a while, but it didn't in Modern Warfare 3, so that's returning in Black Ops 2. So again, it's these small little things that just are pet peeves of mine, but it really just works. Another little small thing that always just bugs me about the Infinity Ward games is that you can't really control the game sound to the music sound to whatever sound else that you want to tune. And in Black Ops 2, you know, they have the setting, if you're listening with speakers or compared to a headset or through your TV, they have different sound volumes for that, and you can also adjust the separate different volumes for music, game, and stuff like that, which I think is, or sound effects too, which I think is awesome. I honestly have no idea why people would take that out. I mean, that just seems like a staple that should always be there. So that's all the small little details I have about Black Ops 2 so far. Let's get into what I would like to see post-game for Treyarch. So let's start off with the DLC maps. So like I said in a previous video, instead of the Cod Elite where you pay $50 or whatever for all the map packs, it's now called a DLC Season Pass, and you do save $10. When originally it'd be $60, it's now $50 if you buy this DLC or whatever it is, or the Season Pass. But the maps, I don't know. I have yet to see one awesome DLC map. So what I would like to see is just make small maps. I don't know what the need is for these companies to make big maps for DLC. Like, they just play awful. Like Berlin Wall, that map is just shit on a stick. It is just terrible. The more come to mind, Kowloon. I mean, that was an unbalanced map. You had the top spawn and the bottom spawn, and you would always get effed in the butt if you were on the bottom. So, I mean, just make balanced maps that are of medium size, and I think you guys would be good. So we all know Treyarch is really good for their post-game support in regards to balancing weapons and stuff like that. So far, they've been pretty good, especially with Black Ops. They saw the downfall of Infinity Ward with Modern Warfare 2 when they just would not patch the game with the one-man army noob tubes and stuff like that. And Treyarch really took advantage of being, you know, the developer that listens to the community and stuff like that. So I honestly am not worried at all about post-game support. I know that with the tuning of the perks and weapons and stuff like that, they can do it really, really easy, just because they can tune the damage super quick, the recoil, stuff like that. And also with the perks, they can tone it up and down. So, you know, like Ghost, they can change how far you have to move for it to work or not, with awareness, how loud the footsteps become or how quiet it becomes. So they really have a lot of flexibility to really just make the game super balanced, and I think that's awesome. So I'm expecting this to be the most balanced COD game yet, even if at the get-go there's going to be that one overpowered weapon. Hopefully Treyarch will just find a way to balance that, and honestly, I just cannot wait for this game. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys tomorrow with day number 9. So yeah, peace and butt sex.